Tonight, before you sleep, look up at the sky and remember this. Every star you can see is only a tiny fraction of the galaxy you live in, and the Milky Way may be far bigger, stranger, and more mysterious than you ever imagined. When most people look up at the night sky, they see stars, small points of light scattered across the darkness, beautiful, mysterious, and distant. But what many people do not realize is that those stars are not simply random objects floating in space. They are part of something far greater, something so vast that the human mind struggles to comprehend it. The Milky Way, the galaxy we call home. Every person who has ever lived, every civilization in history, every ocean, mountain, city, and dream exists within a tiny corner of this enormous cosmic structure. Earth may feel large to us, but compared to the Milky Way, it is almost invisible. The Milky Way is a gigantic spiral galaxy containing hundreds of billions of stars. Many of those stars have their own planetary systems. Some may have worlds unlike anything we have ever imagined. Others may hold secrets that humanity has not yet discovered. And yet our sun is only one ordinary star among all of them. Think about that for a moment. The sun feels enormous from Earth's perspective. It provides the light and energy that makes life possible. It dominates our solar system completely. But within the Milky Way, it is just one star among hundreds of billions. That realization changes the way we see ourselves. Because suddenly Earth is no longer the center of everything. It becomes a tiny world orbiting a single star within a galaxy so vast that light itself takes tens of thousands of years to travel from one side to the other. And the Milky Way is not empty. It is filled with glowing nebulae where new stars are born, ancient star clusters that have existed for billions of years, giant clouds of gas and dust stretching across unimaginable distances, hidden black holes, exploding stars, mysterious regions that scientists are still trying to understand. The galaxy is alive with activity. Stars are forming, stars are dying, entire systems are moving through space, and all of it is happening while humanity continues its daily life on a small planet near the outer regions of this vast cosmic city. Perhaps the most incredible part is that for most of human history, people had no idea they were living inside a galaxy at all. They looked at the glowing band of light stretching across the night sky and saw only a mystery. Today we know that mystery has a name. The Milky Way, a galaxy containing hundreds of billions of stars, endless wonders and mysteries beyond imagination. A cosmic home so vast that it makes humanity feel small, and so extraordinary that it reminds us how incredible our place in the universe truly is. As we begin to understand what the Milky Way is, another realization quickly follows. Its size is almost impossible to comprehend. Human beings are used to thinking in kilometers and miles. We measure distances between cities, countries, and continents. Even traveling around Earth feels significant to us. But the moment we step into the scale of the Milky Way, those measurements become almost meaningless. The galaxy is so vast that scientists use a completely different unit of measurement: the light year. A light year is the distance that light travels in 1 year. Light moves at an astonishing speed of approximately 300,000 kilometers every second. In just 1 second, it could circle Earth multiple times. Yet even at that incredible speed, light needs years to travel between many stars. Think about how extraordinary that is. If you could travel at the speed of light, reaching the nearest star system beyond our sun would still take more than 4 years. And that is only the nearest one. The Milky Way itself stretches across a distance so enormous that light requires roughly 100,000 years to travel from one side of the galaxy to the other. Imagine starting a journey today and not reaching the opposite side until 100,000 years had passed. The human mind struggles to visualize numbers that large. This immense scale changes the way we see our place in the universe. Earth feels huge when we stand upon it. The solar system feels enormous when we study it. But compared to the Milky Way, even our entire solar system becomes a tiny speck lost within a sea of stars. And yet, despite its unimaginable size, the Milky Way is filled with structure and motion. Stars orbit the center of the galaxy like planets orbit the sun. Vast clouds of gas drift through space. Entire star systems move silently through the darkness, each following paths that take millions of years to complete. Even our own sun is traveling through the Milky Way right now. In fact, the solar system is moving around the center of the galaxy at incredible speed. Yet a single orbit takes roughly 225 million years to complete. That means dinosaurs, lived and disappeared before our solar system completed, even one full trip around the galactic center. The scale is simply staggering, and perhaps that is what makes the Milky Way so fascinating. It forces us to confront something larger than ourselves. It reminds us that the universe operates on dimensions far beyond everyday experience. A galaxy so vast that light itself needs thousands of generations to cross it. A cosmic ocean filled with countless stars and endless distances, quietly reminding humanity that the universe is far greater than anything we have ever imagined. As vast and magnificent as the Milky Way appears, perhaps its greatest mystery lies hidden at its very center. Deep within the heart of our galaxy exists something invisible, something so powerful that it influences the motion of countless stars across enormous distances. A giant that cannot be seen directly, a cosmic monster known as Sagittarius A. For centuries, humans looked at the Milky Way without realizing what was hidden at its core. The center of the galaxy is obscured by enormous clouds of gas and dust, making direct observation extremely difficult. Yet scientists eventually discovered that stars near the galactic center were moving in ways that could only be explained by the presence of an object with unimaginable mass. Something enormous was there, something powerful enough to control the movement of entire regions of the galaxy. That object turned out to be a supermassive black hole. A black hole is one of the strangest objects known to science. It is a region of space where gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape once it crosses a certain boundary. And the black hole at the center of the Milky Way is truly colossal. It contains the mass of millions of suns compressed into a relatively small region of space. Its gravitational influence extends across vast distances, helping shape the structure and motion of the galaxy itself. What makes Sagittarius A so fascinating is that it cannot be observed directly in the traditional sense. Because light cannot escape from it, scientists study its effects on surrounding stars, gas, and radiation. It is like seeing the footprints of an invisible giant. The evidence is everywhere. Stars orbit around an unseen center at extraordinary speeds. Clouds of gas spiral inward. Powerful energy is released from the region surrounding the black hole. Everything points to the same conclusion. A cosmic giant resides at the heart of our galaxy, and yet despite decades of research, black holes remain among the greatest mysteries in the universe. Scientists continue asking profound questions. What happens inside a black hole? What becomes of the matter that falls into it? Could black holes reveal deeper secrets about space, time, and the nature of reality itself? No one knows for certain. That uncertainty is part of what makes them so captivating. The deeper humanity explores the universe, the more it discovers that reality is stranger than imagination. At the center of the galaxy we call home sits an object that challenges our understanding of physics and pushes the limits of human knowledge. An invisible giant hidden in the darkness. A supermassive black hole silently shaping the Milky Way from within, reminding humanity that some of the greatest forces in the universe are the ones we cannot see. As incredible as the size of the Milky Way may be, perhaps the most fascinating question it raises is not how large it is, but who else might be living within it. For thousands of years, human beings have looked up at the stars and wondered the same thing. Are we alone? It is one of the oldest and most profound questions ever asked. And the Milky Way makes that question even more intriguing. Why? Because our galaxy contains an almost unimaginable number of stars. Scientists estimate that the Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of them. Around many of these stars are planets. Some stars may have entire systems with multiple worlds orbiting around them, just as planets orbit our sun. When you begin to think about those numbers, the possibilities become extraordinary. Billions of stars, billions of planets, potentially billions of opportunities for life to exist. For most of human history, people believed Earth might be unique. But modern astronomy has revealed that planets are incredibly common throughout the galaxy. New worlds are discovered regularly. Some are giant gas planets, others are rocky worlds similar in size to Earth. A few even exist within what scientists call the habitable zone, where conditions might allow liquid water to exist. And wherever water exists, the possibility of life becomes more interesting. Of course, no one has yet found definitive evidence of intelligent extraterrestrial life. Humanity continues searching. Powerful telescopes scan distant worlds. Scientists listen for unusual signals coming from deep space. Space missions explore planets and moons within our own solar system, looking for signs that life may have existed or may still exist. So far, the universe remains silent. But silence does not necessarily mean emptiness. The Milky Way is so vast that even if intelligent civilizations exist, they could be separated by distances so enormous that communication becomes extremely difficult. Entire civilizations could rise and disappear before their signals ever reach another part of the galaxy. That possibility is both exciting and humbling, because it reminds us how little we truly know. Perhaps somewhere among the countless stars, another civilization is looking into the night sky asking the same questions we ask. Perhaps they wonder whether they are alone. Perhaps they are searching for us just as we search for them. Or perhaps Earth truly is something extraordinarily rare. The truth is that humanity does not yet know, and that mystery continues to inspire exploration, discovery, and imagination. A galaxy filled with billions of stars and countless worlds. A cosmic ocean of possibilities stretching beyond human comprehension. Quietly inviting humanity to keep searching for an answer to the greatest question ever asked. Are we truly alone in the Milky Way? The more humanity learns about the Milky Way, the more surprising a realization begins to emerge. Despite centuries of observation, advanced telescopes, powerful computers, and remarkable scientific discoveries, much of our galaxy remains deeply mysterious. In fact, some of the biggest questions about the Milky Way still have no complete answers. That may sound surprising. After all, modern science has mapped planets, photographed distant galaxies, and even captured images related to black holes. Yet when it comes to understanding our own galaxy completely, humanity is still at the beginning of the journey. One of the greatest mysteries is something called dark matter. Scientists have observed that stars in the Milky Way move in ways that cannot be explained by visible matter alone. The galaxy appears to contain far more mass than anyone can actually see. Something invisible seems to be there, something that does not emit light, reflect light, or interact with ordinary matter in familiar ways, and yet its gravitational influence appears everywhere. Scientists call it dark matter, but the truth is that no one knows exactly what it is. Think about that. A significant portion of our galaxy may be made of something humanity has never directly observed. And dark matter is only one mystery. Throughout the Milky Way are enormous structures, unusual signals, and unexplained phenomena that continue to challenge scientific understanding. Some regions contain strange clouds of gas stretching across vast distances. Others produce powerful bursts of energy that appear without warning. New discoveries often raise even more questions than they answer. The deeper scientists look into the galaxy, the more complexity they find. Even star formation remains an active area of research. Scientists understand many aspects of how stars are born, yet many details about the processes occurring inside giant molecular clouds are still being explored. The galaxy continues keeping some of its secrets hidden, and perhaps that is what makes the Milky Way so fascinating. It reminds humanity that knowledge is never complete. Every generation believes it understands more than the previous one. Then a new discovery arrives and reveals how much remains unknown. The Milky Way teaches humility. It shows us that even with all our technology, intelligence, and progress, the universe still contains mysteries beyond our current understanding. And perhaps that is a beautiful thing, because mystery inspires curiosity. Curiosity drives exploration, and exploration expands human knowledge. Without unanswered questions, there would be no reason to continue searching. The Milky Way remains a vast cosmic puzzle waiting to be understood, a galaxy filled with invisible forces, hidden structures, and unanswered questions, quietly reminding humanity that the more we discover about the universe, the more we realize how much remains unknown. After exploring the size of the Milky Way, the black hole at its center, the billions of possible worlds, and the mysteries that still remain unsolved, we arrive at perhaps the most important question of all. What does the Milky Way reveal about us? At first glance, the answer seems simple. The Milky Way reminds us how small we are. When we compare Earth to the galaxy, our planet becomes almost invisible. The entire history of humanity has unfolded on a tiny world orbiting one ordinary star among hundreds of billions of others. Every kingdom, every civilization, every achievement, every dream exists within a small corner of a vast cosmic structure. From that perspective, humanity appears insignificant. But that is only half of the story. Because while the Milky Way reveals our smallness, it also reveals something extraordinary about who we are. Human beings possess the rare ability to wonder. We are made of the same elements as the stars. Yet somehow those elements became conscious. They became capable of asking questions. They became capable of looking into the night sky and wondering about the universe. That is remarkable. The Milky Way is not simply a collection of stars and planets. It is also the source of one of humanity's greatest journeys, the search for understanding. For thousands of years, people have studied the heavens. Ancient civilizations observed the stars. Explorers navigated by them. Scientists dedicated their lives to understanding them. Every generation added another piece to the puzzle. And that journey continues today. Humanity builds telescopes powerful enough to see distant galaxies. Spacecraft travel through the solar system. Scientists analyze signals from the depths of space, searching for clues about the origins of the universe. Why? Because curiosity is part of human nature. The Milky Way reminds us that knowledge is not simply something we possess. It is something we pursue. And perhaps that pursuit is one of humanity's greatest strengths. The galaxy may be unimaginably vast, but human curiosity refuses to stop at the edge of what is known. People continue asking questions. They continue exploring. They continue reaching beyond their limits. That desire to understand is what transformed a species living on a small planet into a civilization capable of studying the cosmos itself. And maybe that is the greatest lesson the Milky Way offers. Not that humanity is small, yet capable of understanding stars, exploring space, and wondering about the meaning of existence itself, reminding us that the true greatness of humanity is not where we are in the universe, but our ability to look into the darkness and ask what lies beyond. In the end, the greatest mystery of the Milky Way may not be the black holes, the distant worlds, or the billions of stars, but the fact that a tiny species on a small planet became conscious enough to wonder about it all.